Hello all, welcome to the Vanessa 1111 channel, where we are committed to happiness, connectedness, and being you authentically and unapologetically. So I am on a roll. I'm trying not to copy Bianca from the Prince family, but we are on a roll. We are on a roll. Hey, hey. So that's not original. That's Bianca from the Prince family. The kids got me on their channel. It's not exactly a family channel, so I gotta monitor what videos they watch, but I do like their story. You know, being a family of color and knowing that they are killing it right now on YouTube. So shouts out to them. But yeah, that's her thing that they do on their videos, because they roll up them videos, a lot of videos. So anyways, I'm on the road today, guys, because this is my Monday, Tuesday, 4th video that I'm recording. And it's going to be my weight loss and management Wednesday video, guys. So I'm celebrating down about 50 pounds. I'm rounding up a little bit, maybe like 47 or 48 to be precise. But that's a lot of weight, and it's hard for me to even say this out loud because I gained a lot of weight. And I didn't want to admit that, you know, over the course of meeting my husband. And since meeting him, and even a little bit before that, because the weight gain started during dating, going out to eat and all that good stuff. And yeah, being a little bit more laid back after I lost all the weight. That's what happens for a lot of people. You lose a lot of weight and you get laid back and you gain it back, right? And then life happens, you have kids, stress happens. So for me, it was a lot of stress, it was a lot of lifestyle changes, lots of moving and different things, and it was a good 70 pounds or so more that I tacked on that I didn't intend to tack on. And so that means I have about 20 to 30 more pounds that I want to lose to be at a healthy weight, but also weight that is satisfying to me and what I think are my natural curves. And so, how have I lost 50 pounds? And that was even through pregnancy, which actually did come at a cost. That cost was my gallbladder. I didn't realize that pregnancy in itself is a risk factor for, let me look at my time. Pregnancy in itself is a risk factor for gallbladder issues. And then rapid weight loss is like top of the list for gallbladder issues. And I also had a sensitive gallbladder even before pregnancy and rapid weight loss. So it was just a perfect little storm for me to have my gallbladder removed recently. So let me focus myself, because this is my fourth video. I gotta focus. I want to talk about intermittent fasting, and I'm going to leave low carb stuff for another video because I want these videos to be focused, like I said, right? Intermittent fasting comes in many forms. The one I'm going to talk about today is the 8-hour window, where you fast and you do not eat, and you can maybe have water and like black coffee or like herbal teas, but you don't have anything with sugar. You don't have food or things that with calories or things that are going to spike your insulin within a 16-hour window. How and why does this work? Intermittent fasting works because what it basically forces your body to do at some point is your body's going to start relying on your fat, the extra fat that you have in your body, and to fuel itself. And specifically, it's going to use ketones. I'm not going to act like I'm an intermittent fasting expert, so I'm not going to get into the details of ketones and all of that. But I do know that at some point you're basically going into ketosis. So it's interesting, even though I'm not going to talk about the keto diet at length or low carb right now, there's a parallel that's going on, right? There's a similarity. When you go a certain time period without eating, your body is going into ketosis. And then when you also do not give your body carbs, you rely on high fat, high protein sources, you're also going into ketosis. So how is that good? Well, I will say, disclaimer, I think for some people it can be dangerous. I think ketosis, certain diets and lifestyles that might be healthy for a lot of people can be troublesome for some people. So do your research, disclaimer, talk to your doctor about health stuff, right? But ketosis and running off of fat as your fuel instead of carbs is healthy because, again, a lot of us have the extra fat and we want to lose the weight and have more curves and have the body that we desire. And also, be healthy. You know, when I'm talking to my kids and people that I care about health, it's not always about just your looks. It's that I want you to be around for a longer time period, right? And we want to live a good life of health. So it's not always about the looks, but you're using your fat when you fast, and you're using that on low carb as well. And that's how people can typically lose weight more efficiently. There's a lot of conflicting research, but you can find a lot of positive research as well that supports this, although, again, with Google and biases and the fact that a lot of research is funded by people who don't have open-minded, objective attentions, there's research to prove anything right now. So I know the research, the data says it's kind of like, wow, well, the data says everything right now. But there's a lot of supportive data for intermittent fasting. And I have a lot of lifetime experience with this, and I've done it inconsistently, off and on. Whenever I've done it, I have felt physical improvement and things that I've enjoyed, like weight loss, or just at least managing my weight. I have also enjoyed emotional and psychological benefits, because a lot of fasting for people can be spiritual and psychological. It can be hard, guys, right? You've got to learn to overcome those initial hunger pains, because your body is used to a certain routine. But once you get over those initial hunger pains and what your body's used to, it's actually going to be easy, because for a lot of people, when you're doing intermittent fasting properly, you're not going to be that hungry actually at all. Because when your body is relying on fat, you're not hungry. Your body is eating up the fat and using that to metabolize, so you're not as hungry. And assuming you have a nutrient-dense diet, you're not just eating a whole bunch of junk food, that's also going to help. So within that 8-hour window, you don't want to just stuff your face, obviously, because you're probably not going to, have the results that you want. But it's a delicate balance, actually. You don't want to starve yourself within that 8-hour window. You want to be able to eat enough that is reasonable. You want to have, like I said, some nutrient-dense foods, not just junk food. But also, you don't want to eat too little, because what happens is a lot of people have their metabolism decrease, and they don't lose weight as fast because they're not eating enough. So it's interesting. You actually have to find out what works for you. Just be methodical about it. Do some journaling and look at how it goes. But you need to have enough food within the 8-hour window to have enough nutrients for good health, and to also keep your metabolism high. But you don't want to have too much junk and too much food in general that you're defeating the purpose of the whole process, right? So for a lot of people, that 8-hour comes like between 12 and 8. That's kind of like a really easy lifestyle for a lot of people who are working 9 to 5s, or who just have the normal, wake up in the morning, go to bed at night schedule. But you can choose any 8-hour window, and I kind of make it flexible. So between 10 and 6, 12 and 8, whatever. I'm also someone who has a little one. I've got a 4-month-old at the moment of recording this video, and so I am producing breast milk for her. And that takes up a lot of calories. So I have a lot of flexibility. From the research I've shown, I've got to be careful, because I think that is part of the reason why my gallbladder was compromised, because I was doing intermittent fasting after I gave birth. I stopped the low carb, because I knew that probably wasn't going to help produce enough breast milk, but so I added carbs back into my diet after Nevaeh was born, Nova, but I kept doing intermittent fasting, and I was losing weight so fast, and it was not water weight. And it was so awesome in one sense, but it was like, okay, this is probably not good. And then, yeah, it wasn't good. I lost my gallbladder. But, so be careful with how fast this stuff can work. So for me, it worked that fast, additionally, like a high level of fast, because I was producing all the breast milk and not eating. I was eating actually a lot. I was eating a lot and still losing a lot of weight, but I knew I had to eat a lot to produce the breast milk. So be careful, guys. Like I said, disclaimer, talk to your doctor, talk to your healthcare professionals about this. And if you have a unique scenario, please don't just jump into anything like intermittent fasting or keto or whatever without doing your research and talking to your professional guidance. So I think that's it. That's what intermittent fasting is. That's my little experience with it. I'm going to talk a lot more about it, because we can break it down into so much. I'm learning a lot more about insulin, and how insulin in our body has a lot to do how we metabolize things, how healthy we are. It's connected to everything. It's connected to whether you gain weight or lose weight. It's connected to whether you are living in health or disease, right? So there's a lot more to talk about, but for now, that's it. That is 8 minutes of intermittent fasting. I love it. This is a lifestyle thing for me. So when I lose my additional 20 to 30 pounds, my assumption is that I'm going to be doing this for life. Some days I won't. Some people are very strict with intermittent fasting or keto or other things. But for me, any lifestyle needs to have some type of flexibility. So I see myself as, yes, doing intermittent fasting, eating within an 8-hour window for most of my life. But on certain days and occasions, of course, I'm going to be human and enjoy myself. That's my approach. So thank you for watching. Check out some of the other videos. Mental Health Motivation Monday, Let's Talk Tuesday, Thankful Life Vlog Thursday. If you want to check out the kids or see, my gallbladder video. It's not that exciting, but I talk about that experience a little bit more. I have 2 videos on my gallbladder. And we have Soulful Sundays. The most recent Soulful Sunday is about, or at the time of recording this video, in the 2nd week of January, the most recent Soulful Sunday video is about being an empath. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all so much. Be you, be happy in this life. Know who you are. Know what really matters to you. everything else will fall in place, okay? All right. Bye.